Testing. Welcome all to the village council meeting of Monday, April 12th, 2021. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Lewis Walter. Present. Commissioner Polk.
Present.
Commissioner Reed. Commissioner Reed.
Present.
And Commissioner Pavlov.
Gotta speak in that mic.
I can't hear you.
Just start speaking.
Commissioner Pavlov.
Here.
And Mayor Mahoney.
Mayor Mahoney.
Oh, yeah.
Present. Thank you. Let us all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. John, Commissioner Reed and Commissioner Pavlidis, can you hear me clearly?
I can't hear you, Mayor.
Do you feel comfortable taking it down?
Was that a question directed to?
No, because they,
We're sorting it out, Daryl.
Okay, thank you.
It's a mask.
I don't know, try again, I flipped them over again.
Okay. Commissioner Pavlidis and Commissioner Reed, can you hear me?
Yes, you just speak a little bit louder though, if you can, or closer to the mic.
Okay.
It's coming through a bit muffled, but we'll make it.
If I get any closer to it, I will be having it for supper. Okay. Please let me know if you're not hearing me clearly. When I get real close to it, there's reverb.
Yeah, so don't eat the mic, so just a little bit far, so it doesn't crack, yeah?
If you did have the mask, I'll turn the mic down. We just have it up so high because the mask is trying to. So whatever you guys want me to do.
But you're right, you're right.
So I think I gotta have the mask on. I will just talk
That's good.
That's
much
good.
louder,
Yeah, that's good.
okay? We have in your packets this evening draft minutes from our special council meeting of March 29, 2021. Any questions, comments, or suggested changes, please voice those. Otherwise, I will seek a motion to approve those minutes at this time.
Move approval?
Second.
Hearing a motion and a second, will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Polk.
Yes.
Commissioner Lewis Walter. Yes. Commissioner Reed.
Abstain?
Commissioner Pavlov.
Yes.
And Mayor Mahoney.
Yes, and motion passes. Consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are routine or have been brought forward at the direction of the Board of Commissioners and will be enacted with one motion. If the discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Item A, to pass a resolution to close a portion of McCarthy Road for the annual parade to be held on Saturday, September 18th, 2021. The resolution states the parade on September 18th, 2021 will require the closing of McCarthy Road from 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. between 80th Avenue and LaGrange Road, and said village will assume full responsibility for the direction, protection, and regulation of traffic during the time the detour is in effect. Item B, to approve the village's application for the state of Illinois special event retailer's liquor license, $25, and Irma special events liquor liability, $250, for Autumn in the Park to be held on Friday, September 17th, 2021, and Saturday, September 18th, 2021. Item C, to approve payment of invoices on the warrant list dated April 12th, 2021, in the amount of $129,347.31. Item D, to approve the supplemental warrant list dated April 12, 2021 for manual checks, payroll, and recurring wire transfers in the amount of $729,531.53. Karen, I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda at this time.
So moved.
Second.
Hearing a motion and a second, will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Polk?
Yes.
Commissioner Milovich Walters?
Yes.
Commissioner Reed?
Yes.
Commissioner Pavlovich?
Yes.
Mayor Mahoney?
Yes, and motion carries. Any items of old business to be brought before the council at this time? Information and updates, Public Works and Streets, Recreation Report, Commissioner Milovich Walters.
Thank you, Mayor Mahoney. I just have 2 items on the agenda this evening. The first is regarding the replacement of the HVAC unit at the recreation building, the one that serves the gym area. This HVAC unit that heats and cools the gym at the recreation building needs to be replaced. The cooling element failed last summer. When the village brought in service companies, they all recommended that the heat and cool unit be replaced. The village received 3 proposals for the work. The 3 proposals were from Dykstra for $18,924, Heat Engineering for $22,852, and Environmental Mechanical for $27,500. Public Works is recommending that the work be awarded to Dykstra, who submitted the lowest proposal, and the monies to cover this project will come out of the capital fund. Does anybody have any questions before I make a motion? I'd like to make a motion to approve the proposal from Dykstra for a new HVAC unit to heat and cool the gym area of the recreation building in the amount of $18,924.
Second.
Hearing a motion and a second, will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Milovich Walters? Yes. Commissioner Polk?
Yes.
Commissioner Reed?
Yes.
Commissioner Pavlovich?
Yes.
Mayor Mahoney?
Yes, and motion carries.
My second item is regarding approving a contract with Concentric Integration, formerly Baxter Women Control Systems Integration, to maintain the SCADA system for the water distribution system. In 2016, the village entered into an agreement with Baxter and Woodman Control System Integration, now Concentric Integration, to evaluate and perform maintenance on our SCADA control system at the reservoir pump station. They provide 24/7 service, whether on-site or by phone. They also provide remote monitoring of our system to help detect anomalies before they become problems. During the past year, they have responded promptly to all our calls for service and have begun to work with Public Works on a long-term program to upgrade the system. Public Works is seeking approval of a proposal from Concentric to provide support services for our water control system for the next fiscal year. The cost for the renewal is $7,260. This cost will cover proactive and preventative maintenance, technology, and SCADA planning and budgeting, project management, remote support, and monitoring, and a maximum of 60-minute response time for on-site help in the event of an emergency. The money to cover this contract is in the 2021 Water Fund budget. Anybody have any questions before I make a motion? I'd like to move to approve the proposal from Concentric Integration in the amount of $7,260 to provide support services for the SCADA system and computer that controls the village water system.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Milovich Walters? Yes. Commissioner Polk?
Yes.
Commissioner Reed?
Yes.
Commissioner Pavlovich?
Yes.
Mayor Mahoney?
Yes, and motion carries.
And then I just have 2 announcements, and it's very, very exciting. It's a sign that spring is coming, and we're getting out and about. This weekend, this Saturday, is Chili in the Park. It's our annual chili competition, and it is a sanctioned event, and it's going to be held outside, rain or shine, and it will be right on Memorial Drive at the Recreation Center. The grounds will be open to the public at 12:30 p.m. with public tasting starting at 1:15 p.m. and awards to be given out between 2 and 2:30 p.m. It's only $5 for a tasting cup. So you pay your $5, you get your cup and your spoons, and you walk from chili cook to chili cook, and you can taste all of them or 2 of them, however many you want, and you get to vote for the people's choice. So please come and join us. It's been a while since we've had one of these, and we'd love to have the support of the village. Again, that's this Saturday, grounds open at 12:30, tasting starts at 1:15. And then, 12 days until Red Litter Day. This is a great event, and if you haven't done it, everyone should participate. On Saturday, April 24th, we meet in front of the Recreation Center at 9 a.m. Somebody will be there to hand you gloves, garbage bags, and we even have vests if you want them so that you don't get hit by cars so they can see you. And we will assign you an area to clean up. And basically you go and pick up any garbage you see on the side of that particular road. And then you leave the garbage bag tied on a corner. They'll tell you where to leave it. And our Public Works team will pick them up on Monday. So please come out and do this event. Our beautification committee has hosted this annually since 1997, and they estimate that we've picked up over 3 tons of litter during that time. And you'd be surprised what you find out there. So please, April 24th, you can come at 9 o'clock, pick your area they're going to clean, and you don't have to clean it at 9 a.m. You can clean it at noon, you can clean it at 5 p.m., you can clean it the next day. Get it done before Monday. Public Works will pick up the bags from the side of the road. But we'd love everyone to pitch in and keep our community looking beautiful.
And understand too that if you show up and you say, you know, I can do a block, but I'm not going to do Southwest Highway from McCarthy to 131st Street.
Win.
That's fine. If you only come and then do in front of a few neighbors' houses, that's something. So any contribution you can make in terms of your time is greatly appreciated. Also, I would encourage folks in the meantime, until we get to Red Litter Day, is go in front of your own property and remove some the litter that's already there from the winter. I always am thinking, as spring comes, how do we keep people from dumping garbage in your front yard, which I simply do not understand why anyone who lives in Harris Park would do that. I live on a street that is only 2 blocks long. So presumably there's only people who live on my street that front on that street. And I do not understand, there's continually, people will dump out a 12-pack of beer onto my front lawn. Just don't understand that. Wish there was something that we could do to prevent that. But in the meantime, if you help out by cleaning up your own front yard and maybe your neighbors, then perhaps we can devote more time to the main streets, which require a lot of work. I did Southwest Highway behind the Plush Horse one time, and I think I bagged about half the total that you mentioned. So
I've consistently done 119 from 86 to 88. And in that 2 blocks where the forest preserves are there, it's disgusting what people throw out. And usually it's at least 4 large garbage bags full of garbage. So come out and help keep the community beautiful.
thank you.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Commissioner Reed, the Building and Public Property Report.
Thank you, Mayor Mahoney. Avoid damage to neighborhood underground utilities. Please remember to call Julie, which is an acronym for the joint utility, locating information for excavators, at 811 before any digging projects. I'll come back to that term, digging projects, before I'm done. Most sewer, water, gas, electric, and telecommunications services are buried underground. A simple call to 811 will allow Julie to mark utility locations on your property within 2 working days. Respect the marks and dig with care to avoid personal injury and damage to underground utilities. Julie's services are free. When I saw the words digging projects, I made the assumption that it was referring to anything whereby you take a shovel and stick it into the ground. But that may not always be the case. Something as small as planting flowers can actually get you in trouble if you haven't called Julie. I planted some flowers the other day. Luckily, I dodged a bullet because I didn't hit anything. In the future, I'll call 811 and make sure that I don't have to incur any unnecessary expenses. Just an FYI. During the time period of March 16th through April 7th, the building department processed 17 permits, resulting in $16,630.55 in permit fees. 19 inspections were completed during the aforementioned time period. Year to date, fiscal year to date, I should say, we have approved $426,626.33 in fees. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Public and Health and Safety Report, Commissioner Polk.
Thank you, Mayor Mahoney. We'll start with the police activity report from the 29th of March through the 11th of April, year of our Lord 2021. 2,082 calls for service. It's about 1,000 a week. That's about what we average. We wrote 33 adjudication tickets and an additional 2 traffic tickets. So our traffic and adjudication tickets are slowly creeping up as people start driving their cars again. 16 written warnings, 10 verbal warnings, an additional 26 case reports. Arrested no one, impounded no vehicles, 13 senior checks, and an additional 20 citizen assists. So that is what the Palos Park Police Department's been up to. I want to remind you that the Palos Park Police are still distributing free bicycle safety helmets to children in Palos Park. These are being distributed as part of the National Children and Safety Program. We hope that by issuing the helmets, they can prevent head injuries to children who are riding bicycles. If you have any questions, feel free to stop by the station during normal business hours. It's in the Capture Center, and we'll be happy to either answer them or issue you a helmet. The helmets do come in sizes, so have some idea about how large or small the circumference of your child's head is. Inches or centimeters will do. And then I just have one other thing. As the state of Illinois expands its eligibility for COVID-19 vaccines, once again, there'll be an appointment crunch. If you're a senior citizen or if you're a citizen who has underlying health care issues and you're still looking for a way to be able to get vaccinated, please drop me an email, dpolk@palospark.org, and we can help you try and find a location. If you're able-bodied and less than 65, for the next couple of weeks you're on your own. So if anyone has any questions, they can also email me, and we've been very successful at being able to immunize our seniors and our at-risk residents with other health issues. So the most common question I get asked is, which vaccination should I choose? At this point, any vaccination you can get in your arm is a good vaccination. So I wouldn't necessarily vaccine shop, and there are pluses and minuses for all these, but the hugest plus is that this will not only keep you from decreasing your risk, it will allow you to decrease your risk for getting COVID-19, but if you should become infected, it generally keeps you out of the hospital. So again, any questions, dpolk, D-P-O-L-K, @palospark.org. And that, Mayor, concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner, and thank you for all of your efforts in helping our seniors and at-risk population get immunized. I know that you are spending a great deal of time doing that, and I greatly appreciate those efforts.
You're more than welcome. We were all elected to serve.
Accounts and finances, Commissioner Pavadas.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do have one item on the agenda. Village of Palos Park operates under the Budget Act as outlined in the Illinois File statutes. As required, the village must adapt an annual budget prior to the start of the fiscal year for which the budget applies. The village budget represents the financial roadmap used to guide programs, events, services, and projects within the budget year. The village's proposed annual budget for fiscal year 2022, starting on May 1st, 2021, and ending on April 30th, 2022, is on file in the lobby of the Chapter Administration Center and on the village's website under the Financial Department section. A public hearing will be held at our next council meeting on Monday, April 26th, 2021. Final action on an ordinance to approve the fiscal year's 2022 budget is scheduled at that April 26th council meeting. So if anyone is interested, they can go to the Chapter Center, Administrative Center, see it, or they can go onto the website under the Financial Department section. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner. I have no report this evening. Clerk,
No, I have no report this evening.
thank you, Clerk Early. Manager Bain.
Thank you. I have one item for the council's consideration, and that is our tent rental company vendor for Autumn in the Park Festival 2021. This year, as in the past few years, the Autumn in the Park Festival Steering Committee is recommending to award a contract to Ultimate Rental Services of Romeoville. This year, they're requesting their contract totals $13,382.20. For that, there is a 60 by 120 foot main tent, 120 by 10 foot food vendor tents and counters, 120 by 10 flooring, talent tent, stage, skirting, tables, chairs, and lighting, and so forth. And all the things that we need for our festival. This year, what is not included in the contract is they're not going to act as a, they're not going to get the subcontractor for the power or generators that they always charge us for as a pass-through, and Public Works is working on getting the generators for this event. So this is a standalone event issue just for the tents and all the company items there. And so that the price we found through Ultimate Tent has been very good in the past when we bid it out, and we have a very good working relationship with them, so that's why the recommendation from the steering committee.
So do you need a motion?
Need a motion.
So I move to approve the quote from Multiple Rental Service of Romeoville, Illinois, in the amount of $13,382.20 to provide tents, flooring, lights, and staging at the 2021 Autumn in the Park Festival.
Second.
Hearing a motion and a second, will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Polk.
Yes.
Commissioner Miller Walter.
Yes.
Commissioner Reed.
Yes.
Commissioner Pavlov.
Yes.
And Mayor Mahoney.
Yes, the motion carries. Thank you. I do have a few announcements this evening, actually quite a few. My wife complains that my mask is too tight, and I said, I don't know, it's too tight. And it really hasn't mattered, but I will say that I will work on a new mask because it's so tight that when I speak unless I pull it away from myself. It does restrict my lips, so I'm hoping to be more able to be heard on the tape and by my fellow commissioners at the next meeting. So here are my announcements for this evening. The Zoning Board of Appeals will hold the regular meeting on Wednesday, April 14th to consider the following. ZBA 2021-03. An application has been filed requesting a variation from the requirements of Chapter 1268.02F, side yards, and Chapter 1286.02G, rear yards, to permit the construction of a garage addition to the rear of the structure. Where the required corner side yard setback is 50 feet, the applicant is proposing a corner side yard setback of 26.23 feet. And where the required rear yard is 50 feet, the applicant is proposing a setback of 20 feet at the property commonly known as 12100 South 86th Avenue in Palos Park, Illinois. The Plan Commission will hold their regular meeting on Thursday, April 15th to consider the following items. PC 2021-02. The owner of 9109 West 125th Street has requested approval to subdivide plat an existing tax-divided parcel containing 44,533.2 square feet of lot area, and is also requesting a 9.96-inch variance from the 150-foot lot width as required by 1268.02C lot sizes in the R1A zone. PC 2021-03. The Village Palos Park is requesting a text amendment to section 1282.09H to eliminate the lighting regulations found in the zoning ordinance and merge them into the building code chapter 1476 outdoor lighting. PC 2021-04. Pursuant to section 1020.02C2 of the municipal code, an application has been filed by the Village of Palos Park requesting the village vacate both halves of 115th Street, 84th Avenue, 85th Avenue, Holmes Avenue, and two 16-foot public alley right-of-ways that are adjacent to the following village-owned properties. 11500 South 85th Avenue, 8501 West Route A3, 11505 South 85th Avenue, 11507 South 85th Avenue, 11500 Holmes Avenue, 11502 Holmes Avenue, 11508 Holmes Avenue, and 8400 Calsad Road in Palos Park, Illinois. The application further requests that the vacated right-of-ways and previously noted parcels be consolidated into one lot of record. Palos Fine Arts will not meet on Thursday, April 15th. The next scheduled meeting will be Thursday, May 20th. The Police Pension Board will hold their regular meeting on Monday, April 19th at the Village Hall. The Recreation Board will not meet on April 20th. The next scheduled meeting is Tuesday, July 20th. Historic Preservation will not meet on April 20th as there are no agenda items. The Library Board will meet on Wednesday, April 21st at 5 p.m. in the library. And that concludes my announcements. Does anyone from the audience wish to address the